Hey, good morning, everybody. It's me, Jan, and today is day 3 of my live at 9:55, and I'm excited about it. This has been so good for me so far. It helps me stay focused. It's helping me change my neural pathways in my brain and reinforce some changes I've made. And hopefully this is helpful for you. So the first thing I want to suggest today is a tip that I have been practicing my whole life, but that lately even more, I put more energy into it with training when I coach people, is to help people realize the power in one simple thing every day, and that is making your bed. So if you guys, I've talked about this before on lives before, but if you are a bed maker, put a 10 in the chat, because you obviously know the power of getting up and getting that first simple thing done, which sets the stage for the day to help you accomplish more things in the day. So if you're not a bed maker, let's try starting that little habit. That will be something that you'll notice will really help shape your day. So yesterday I posted something on my wall, and there was a comment made there, and I just wanted to address that. The quote was, "Never let a bad situation bring out the worst in you. Choose to stay positive and be that strong person God created you to be." And the comment was basically, yeah, it's easier said than done. And I 100% agree with that. It is easier said than done, but positivity alone, I don't think does it. But changing the neural pathways in our brain does do it. We can become people who are able to not react to a situation, but people who learn to respond to a situation. Those two words are so powerful. I've been a reactionary person in my life, but now hopefully I've learned and have now become someone who responds to situations instead. So, in order to do things differently, though, we have to do things differently, like we talked about yesterday. And we also talked about the power of changing neural pathways in our brain. And so I want to just share with you a couple of ideas about this. And that is to develop awareness. The awareness that we have. Our kids are about ready to leave. They've been here with us all week from the holidays. So I'm just getting this done, then I'll go out and spend time with them before they go. But developing awareness is such a key. And how this is possible is exactly what we've been talking about the last couple of days. And that is focusing on what is going well and writing it down. So this could be gratitude journaling, which if you just do it a little bit every day, there's a couple of things that start happening. This isn't just busy work. This is changing the neural pathways in our brains, okay? So just hear me out on this. If you think about it, that's one part of your brain. If you write it down, that's another part of your brain that's working in that positive direction. If you then choose to say the words, language is powerful. So if you're speaking your gratitude as well, you could do that during your prayer time, meditation time, whatever that looks like for you. But if you actually say the words, there's power in that. And the more parts of your brain you use to think about those things you're grateful for, and actually also give gratitude for things that you want to have happen in your life. Maybe you're grateful that you are a person who responds appropriately in any situation. Even if you maybe struggle with that, give gratitude that you are that person now. And you watch how you become that person. It is amazing how this process happens, but it is about creating new neural pathways in the brain by using as many parts of your brain as you can to think about that positive thing you want to see happen. So throw a 10 in the chat, or 5 in the chat. I already used 10. Throw a 5 in the chat if you have been a person who has experienced this. And whatever change you may have seen in yourself, maybe you could just jot that down as well. This is a powerful practice. There's a story. I'm just going to share a quick story. Let me see if I have time. Yeah, I do. I have a couple minutes. So there's a story about a lady who had planned for a garden party in her yard, and she had all her friends coming, and she was so excited about it. And the day of the party, there was a water main that broke, that I guess it was a faulty pipe or something from the city. It flooded her yard and flooded part of her basement. And she was upset, obviously, about that. But, okay, there's two ways this story could go, okay? One way was that she got angry and she called all her friends, said the party was canceled. She was so angry and upset. She called the city and screamed at somebody and was mad, and her day was ruined and she was miserable. Or the second ending could be that she called all her friends, explained what happened, shared that she was upset, but she was trying to make a positive out of a negative, so she was still going to have the gathering, and she could really use some help if they wouldn't mind coming over. Of course, everyone came. They all enjoyed the picnic together. They all enjoyed helping her clean out her basement that was flooded, and deep, lasting relationships were bonded over that challenge that she was going through. Okay, so there's the two scenarios. Which one, if we're honest with ourselves, which one would we naturally have taken? And that's just something to think about as you are aware in every situation that comes up in your life, you have a choice. There's a famous quote by Viktor Frankl that says, between stimulus and response, there is a choice. And in that choice is when we get to choose our response. There is a space. Sorry, I said it wrong. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And that space is our opportunity to choose our response. And in that response lies our growth and our freedom. Right? Yesterday we talked about, is life happening to us or by us? I'm here to suggest to you guys that in your choice, in your ability to stay aware and use that space, that time to create your choices, your responses, that is where your growth comes from and your freedom. You are no longer a victim of your circumstance. You get to be the one in charge of what you experience in this life. So if this is something that has kind of stirred something in your soul, just let's see, give me a hashtag impact. Let's do that. Hashtag impact today. Hopefully it has yours as much as it has mine. I've been really working on this over the last few years, and it has made a huge difference, not only with my health, but with my life, my relationships, the relationships with my children, with my husband. So many things are better because I've learned this truth. So hopefully this has been impactful for you today, and we will see you on Monday. Have an amazing weekend, and just get committed to getting that notebook and practicing focusing on those things you're grateful for every day, and be consistent with that. Write it, think it, write it, read it, pray it, meditate over it, and that will help create awareness, which will help you then have more of a space where you cannot react, but instead respond. All right, guys, have a wonderful one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.